Hello friends, wants to hear some mysterious fact? I have here some about the London. Do you guys know the smallest statue in the world is built in London? And do you guys know that death in parliament is not illegal there? And do you guys know that over than 300 languages are spoken in London? In this video you guys are going to know about the 15 interesting fact about London. But before that, subscribe to my channel and like and share my video. So without any delay, let's start the discussion. London is an amazing city. No wonder why millions of foreign enthusiastic tourists, students and permanent residents go to London every passing year. Its long and fairy tale like history reveals itself in every life in its architectural masterpiece and its culture and social diversity and its unbelievable stories. If you believe you know everything about United Capital, we bet you don't. To fill your curiosity, watch this video for full. Fact number 1. Big Ben is not the name for the tower. It is very common mistaken, but Big Ben is actually not the name for the ironic tower in London. Big Ben is actually the name for the clock in the tower. Even locals nowadays refers to this place as the Big Ben Tower. The tower is located in the north end of the Palace of Westminster in London. 2012 onward, the object is named as Elizabeth Tower, but in the past the tower was known as the Clock Tower. Fact number 2. London is the smallest city in England. Yes, you heard that right. What you think of London is actually just a small urban area part of the Great London region. The city of London covers only 1.2 square miles and has a population of around 7,500 residents. As such, the city of London is actually the smallest city in England. Great London, on the other hand, is the English region, which encompasses surrounding towns covering 606 square miles and having a population of over 8.7 million residents. Fact number 3. London has 170 museums. London is an important cultural and historical center, and museum could not have missed in this area. If you get to visit this wonderful city, you would definitely lose a lot from your trip if you don't stop by one of them museum. Fact number 4. The smallest statue in the world is built in London. A statue displaying the two mice eating a piece of the cheese is also known as the smallest statue in the world. It is that small that you have to pay attention, or so must point you to it. You might probably wonder about its significance. Fact number 5. Death in Parliament is not illegal. The story that is illegal to die in Parliament is actually a pure myth. Its popularity has often been considered concerning, and authorities have tried to convince people that there is no such restriction. Some were also interested in understanding what could have caused this belief to exist. It is said that this myth could have come from the idea that everyone who dies in the royal palace is eligible for the state funeral. However, this news is fake. Fact number 6. Over than 300 languages are spoken in London. There is hardly any other places in the world more diverse than London. Experts coming from different nationalities shares a large portion of its population, which includes around 8.7 million residents. They practice their original tradition and communicate in their native language. Due to this unbelievable diversity in London, it is estimated that there are over 300 languages spoken in London. Fact number 7. What does the name London stand for? What do you think today of the amazing city as long and not comparably known history? Some standing theories state that London was first built from the Roman around 50 AD. The original of its name has also puzzled history. During history, London used to have different names, including Londonium, London Witch, London Borg. The most accepted version is that the name from London has derived from the old Celtic word Londonius, which means to be old. Fact number 8. House of Parliament is the largest space in the UK. One of the many architectural landmarks that London is proud of is definitely the House of Parliament, or also known as the Place of Westminster. crowned as the largest palace in the entire country. The object was first built at the beginning of the 11th century to accommodate the King of England. Unfortunately, a fire in 1512 destroyed a large part of it, and another fire in 1834 caused more severe damage. Not the only medical structure alive has survived those times and Westminster Hall. Fact number 9. London buses were not always red. Red buses are for sure the most typical thing that you might associate with London. The ironic vehicles didn't always have these colors. Once upon a time, each of them had different colors, with each color signifying a different route. Fact number 10. It is not easy to become a black cab driver. In most countries, you only needed a driving license to work as a taxi, but this is obviously not the case with London. Black cab drivers you see all around the city actually undergo length training before they are given the job. Typically, the training may last for 2 to 4 years, and candidate must memorize every single street in the London. In addition, they must also be able to make fast assumptions as per which is the route that takes the least time for one destination to another. Fact number 11. The highest building in the EU. Located in the district of Southwest Central London, the seat is the tallest building in the EU and the 5th tallest in the entire Europe. Fact number 12. There used to be 6 ravens in London Tower. A long time ago, Charles II ordered this guard to bring 6 ravens in the Tower of the London because he thought they would protect the fortress from falling. Fact number 13. 6 people died during the Great Fire. One of the most horrible events in the history of the London was the Great Fire in 1663. A large part of the city was covered in the flame, and around 70,000 homes of the London were completely wiped out from the fire. So in that fire, 6 people died. Fact number 14. Over 8.7 million people live in London. According to the most up-to-date estimation, more than 8.7 million people resident in the UK capital. As such, London is the largest city in the UK by population. Fact number 15. Most billionaires in the world. There are more than 80 billionaires lives in London, making it the city with the highest number of the billionaires in the world. Hope you guys like this video. So like and subscribe to my channels, and catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.